Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your man Dale again, here with another episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to secure your properties while you're rehabbing them. When I was rehabbing houses, one thing that I would always think of every night was, man, I hope nobody's breaking in the house. You know, when you're just kind of getting out there, you know, I want to kind of save you a little heartbreak, because I tell you, there's nothing worse than, you know, you come into your rehab and you open any door and you're seeing your hot water heater or your furnace is going, or, you know, some tools, you know, are going. So these are a few things that I've learned to do and to not do. All right, well, first off, when you're rehabbing a property, if you're in like a colder climate like here in Detroit, you know, if you're rehabbing it in the wintertime, I know it's going to be tough, but do not put the furnace in the property until you hand the tenant the keys. Don't put the water heater in either, because I tell you, as soon as you put those things in, people are watching. They'll be right in to take them out. Another thing, we used to have dogs. One of the properties that I was, you know, working on, the next door neighbor, they actually had a dog. What I would do is, while we were working on the house, I would have them bring the dog over, you know, to be in the backyard. We would chain them up or whatever to the fence. It was a corner house too, so the people that were walking by, they saw this dog in the backyard. Before we left, what we would do is take the dog away from the chain, walk him into the house so that people could kind of like see like the people, you know, he was in the house or whatever. And then what we would do is we would actually leave, and then we would come back later and get him. So people always thought that there was a dog in the house. Another thing that we used to do is, when I couldn't find anyone to stay over at the property, I purchased something called a smart TV. Or fake TV, excuse me, a fake TV. And it was like a little box. It's like 3x3 boxes. I mean, it's like really small. It has like 9 LEDs in it, like different color LEDs. You plug it in, position it by a window, and it pretty much, like, what it does is it kind of like flashes like different like colors, you know, up the you know, against the blind. So it kind of like simulates the way that a room would look if there was like a TV playing. And then another thing that I would do is I would actually put a radio in there, because this box didn't have like any sound. Turn the radio down so it would seem like, you know, there was someone in the property watching music videos or something. And the reason I got that idea is because I remember when I purchased a property from the tax sale. We purchased the property and we knocked on the door, you know, a couple days or whatever. No one would ever answer. So one day I'm like, man, you know, we bought the house, we had a deed and everything. I had my cousin, I'm like, hey man, so we kind of just went in, we went through the window or whatever. Well, actually he went through the window. I didn't go through the window, he went through the window. You know, he was armed and everything. He heard a TV going upstairs. And, you know, so we assumed that there was someone upstairs. But, you know, he crept upstairs. There was a dog chained in a baby crib. So as he was walking up the stairs, you know, he kind of gets up there and the dog jumps out of the crib, but luckily he was on the chain and he was attached, and but we actually ended up having to evict the dog. The Humane Society came and picked him up. Make sure that you just have like some type of noise in there, because that is sometimes all you need to deter, you know, a person from breaking in. Another thing that I should do is I would actually take my like beater car, you know, $1,000 car or whatever, and I would drive it over to the property. I would park it in the backyard, so it would actually look like someone was actually there. Some people I know, they actually have a person stay over there. I tried that, you know, one time, a property that I bought. You know, person hadn't lived in the property in 2 years. They left all their furniture and everything in the property, mattress and everything. So I asked the guy, will he stay over there? He's like, yeah, I stay over here. He stayed over there for one night. He said all he needed was a TV. When he got the TV, or actually like you know, like a little laptop or whatever, you know, he was able to put his little DVD player in there, or DVD in there to play it. He stayed over there one night. The following night, he met a girl, wanted to go out with the girl. And then this guy had the nerve a week later to ask me if he could have the bed that he was sleeping on to take over to the girl house. I mean, the nerve of this guy, you know. So you just got to make sure, if you're going to have somebody, you know, stay over there, you want to make sure that they're trustworthy, you know, and they're not just going to flake out on you. Let me see. That's pretty much all, you know, all I can think of at this moment. If you could, guys could think of anything else, or how you protect your properties while you're rehabbing them, I'd love to hear, you know, in the comments below. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then you'll be the first one, there, to get these episodes hot off the press. Thank you for tuning in again to another episode, and you guys be safe out there, and see you on the next episode.